All right, in the next lesson, we're going to move on and work on subtracting decimals, which is going to follow all the same rules. We have to be a little careful because we may need to borrow. All right, once again, the main thing is the decimal points have to be lined up. That will cause us to have our whole numbers on the left and our decimals lined up on the right. So for the first one, I have 84.54 and I'm subtracting 6.97. Decimal points are lined up. 7 from 4. I can't do it, so I have to borrow, making that a 14. 7 from 14 is 7. 9 from 4. I can't do that, so I borrow, making that 14 again. 9 from 14 is 5. Bring down the decimal point. 6 from 3. I can't do it, so that's 7. Make that 13. 6 from 13 is 7. And bring down the final 7. So I had a lot of borrowing to do in that problem, but I got 77 and 57 100ths. All right, let's look at number 2. I have 2.4 and I'm subtracting, and they've already lined it up for me, 0.2985. Once again in red, I'm going to fill in so that all the numbers have the same number of decimal places. This is very important in subtraction because it will emphasize that you need to borrow. In this case, I cannot take 5 from 0, and I can't borrow, and I can't borrow, but I can borrow from the 4, making it a 3. That makes that 0 a 10. Now I borrow from it, making it 9, giving the 1 there, it's a 10. Borrow, make it a 9, make that one a 10. So that was borrowing across zeros that we did back when we worked with whole numbers. 5 from the new 10 is 5. 8 from 9 is 1. 9 from 9 is 0. 2 from 3 is 1, decimal point, and bring down the 2. I get 2 and 1,015 in the 10,000ths place. A lot of borrowing practice. Number 3, I have 3.18. When I subtract this, it is 2.6. I'm going to try to be consistent, and I'm going to fill in with zeros. 0 from 8 still gives me 8. 6 from 1 isn't possible, so I borrow, that's a 2, and now I have 11. 6 from 11 is 5. Put the decimal point. If this were whole numbers, I would not put anything, but because this is a decimal number, it's customary to go ahead and put the 0 in front of it. 2 from 2 was 0. I shouldn't just leave that off. I should put 0, so that is 54 hundredths. The next one, I have 5.12, and I'm subtracting 3.666. I'm going to fill in so that I have the same number of place values. 6 I can't take from 0, so I will borrow, leaving that a 1, making that a 10. 6 from 10 is 4. 6 from 1, I can't do that, so I'll borrow, leaving that a 0, but making that 11. 6 from 11 is 5. 6 from 0, I can't do that, make that a 4. Now that's a 10. 6 from 10 is 4. Bring down the decimal point. 3 from 4 is 1. I get 1 and 454 thousandths. All right, let's take a look at one more. It has the whole number 3. Where does the whole number 3 have its decimal point? Yes, right here. I'm subtracting from it 0.1559. I'm going to fill in with placeholder zeros. I can't take 9 from 0. borrow, can't, borrow, can't, borrow, can't. Okay, I will borrow from the 3, making that a 2. Now that digit has become a 10. Borrow and leave it 9, make it 10. Borrow and leave it 9, make it 10. Borrow and leave it 9, make a 10. 9 from 10 is 1. 5 from 9 is 4. 5 from this 9 is also 4. 1 from 9 is 8. Decimal point 2. My difference, which is the answer to a subtraction problem, is 2 and 8,441 10,000ths. I have to say it to myself, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So this is 2 and. The number would be 8,441 in the 10,000ths place. Okay, practice your subtraction. Be neat, use lined paper.